let's start the example number 2 with the application of capital surplus method. And here is the example. एक बाजू example चालू रखिए आपने. Yes, this is the example. And three partners are there, and the capital of the partner 1,81,200, 1,31,600, and 67,200. This is 181, 200, 131, 600, and 67,200. General reserve as given that will distributed among the partner in their profit sharing ratio. So 64,000 is distributed in the ratio of 9:7:4. Right? So please distribute it for me, and just write it down. First 28,800 answer you have given. Now the second answer is
22,400.
22,400. Yes, good. 22,400. And the third one is
12,800.
12,800. Everybody calculate on their calculator. If you have found any mistake, so please stop me at that point. Okay. So make the total of this. This is added. So you have 2,10,000, then 1,54,000 and 80,000. These are the total, correct? Do you have any confusion in this? I think up to this, there is no confusion. This is the capital given in your balance sheet. આ તમારી balance sheet માં આપેલી capital છે. You can see this is the capital and this is general reserve. If any reserve is given on the liability side, that will be added. Or if any reserve means loss is given, profit and loss account sometime having debit balance, that will be deducted if given. But here it is not there, so no need to bother about it. This is your capital. And after that, the second point is profit sharing ratio. Profit sharing ratio. Profit sharing ratio is 974. Okay, so 9, 7, and 4. This is profit sharing ratio. Okay, now the next step is capital divided by profit sharing ratio. Capital divided by PSR, profit sharing ratio. So capital divided by profit sharing ratio, the answer is, let's calculate, 2,10,000 divided by 9. What your answer is? This is 23,333.3. Okay, then 22,000 and then 20,000. Am I correct? Okay, please calculate on your calculator, right? And if you found any mistake, please stop me at that point. It is correct. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, out of this three, which one is least minimum amount? આ ત્રણેયમાંથી minimum amount કઈ છે? So minimum amount is this 20,000, correct? So this 20,000 is taken as base. This 20,000 is taken as base, right? So we can write here D's capital taken as base. So if you taken these capital as base, then that 20,000 is multiplied by all profit sharing ratio. That means 20,000 into 4, that is 80,000. 20,000 into 7, that means 1,40,000. 20,000 into multiply 9, that means 1,80,000. Correct? Okay. Then after this amount is subtract from the capital, right? So it is called capital surplus. The capital surplus of A is this 2,10,000 minus this 1,80,000. Your answer is 30,000. Correct? In the same way, it is 14,000 and 0. Clear? So total capital surplus of S and P is 30,000 and 14,000. Clear? But out of this 30,000 and 14,000, if the amount is not enough to pay, then who will pay it first? Right? આ બેમાંથી પણ કોને પહેલા ચૂકવવું એવું જો તમારે નક્કી કરવું હોય તો once again you need to take in the same steps. Okay, ફરીથી એવા ને એવા સ્ટેપ લેવાના છે. ફરીથી આપણે લખીએ profit sharing ratio. Profit sharing ratio. The profit sharing ratio is 9 and 7. Okay, now ignore D. D will not consider here. Again, capital surplus divided by profit sharing ratio, PSR, right? So 30,000 divided by 9. What is the answer? 30,000 divided by 9. Your answer is 3,333.33. And 14,000 divided by 7. Your answer is 2,000. So out of this two, which one is least? Minimum amount is 2,000. So this 2,000 is taken as base. Okay. So P's capital surplus taken as base. So if you taken 2,000 as a base, then 2,000 is multiplied by 7. It is 14,000, and 2,000 multiplied by 9. That is 18,000. That is 18,000. Right? Now, capital surplus is 30 minus 18, that is 12,000, and 14 minus 14, that means 0. Correct? So absolute capital surplus is 12,000 of S. So S we paid 12,000 first. Then after 18,000 and 14,000 to S and P. And then after the amount will paid to the all partners in their profit sharing ratio. So this is the structure, or first structure called capital surplus. First structure, capital surplus. This is working note. This is not your answer. This is not your answer. This is working note. A working note. Clear? And here you determine whose capital is more in proportion of profit sharing ratio. Okay. So let's okay. So this is the final format of capital surplus. And then after we are required to prepare statement of piecemeal distribution of cash. If you are having any doubt in the calculation of this, you can ask me. Otherwise, we will go ahead. Do you have any question?
Hello,
Please
sir.
tell me. Yes.
આ પીસ કેપિટલ સરપ્લસ છે ને ફરીથી સમજણ કેવી રીતે આવ્યું?
Okay, let's explain it once again. ફરી સમજાઈ દઈએ તમને. જો here up to this you are clear. 30,000 and 14,000 ત્યાં સુધી clear છે?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now out of this 13, total capital surplus has become 44,000. Correct? 44,000 રૂપિયા total capital surplus છે. પણ ધારો કે તમારી પાસે 44,000 પેમેન્ટ કરવા માટે પૈસા ના હોય. If you don't have enough amount to pay, then who will pay it first? Either S or P. Right? So we need to calculate the capital surplus out of this S and P. The same kind of steps once again. Okay, from this level. Clear? So once again, profit sharing ratio, right? And this capital surplus divided by this, and this amount is okay, just like above. ઉપરની જેમ જ છે. Clear? So 30,000 divided by 9 and 14,000 divided by 7. Okay, so this is the amount. And out of this two, which one is least? That will taken as base. આ બેમાંથી જે ઓછું હોય એને બેઝ તરીકે આપણે લઈએ છે. Getting? એને બેઝ તરીકે લઈએ છે. ક્લિયર? જે રીતે અહીંયા પણ લીધું ને, સેમ ટુ સેમ પ્રોસીજર અહીંયા. તો 2000 ને બેઝ લીધું, તો 2000 into 7 and 2000 into 9. Clear? So 18,000 and 14,000. In that case, P becomes 0 and 12,000 absolute capital surplus of S, that is 30,000 minus 18,000. આ 30 માંથી 18 minus કર્યા છે. Now getting?
Yes, sir.
Okay, it is clear. Now any doubt? I think no. Clear છે?
હા.
Okay, okay. આ જે છે ને, આને આપણે ખાલી બેઝ કેલ્ક્યુલેટ કરવા માટે જ લઈએ છે. There is no any other use of it. એનો કોઈ જ બીજો યુઝ નથી, માત્ર બેઝ કેલ્ક્યુલેટ કરવા માટે જ આ છે. ક્લિયર? આ જે લાઈન છે ને, this is only for the calculation of base. Okay, this is only for the calculation of base. Clear? Chalo. Now we go for the second statement, and that is called statement of piecemeal distribution of cash. Statement showing piecemeal distribution of cash. So let's prepare here. Statement showing piecemeal distribution of cash. Correct? Statement showing piecemeal distribution of cash. And this is second statement, so we write here 2, number 2, and here particulars. Then after, to whom we need to paid, that are creditors, bank overdraft, P's loan, and SPD. 3 partner, creditors, bank overdraft, and P's loan. So first of all, we put here creditors. One left one line blank for plus or minus. Here creditors. Then after bank overdraft, BOD कर दिए, BOD, bank overdraft. Then P's loan, then S, D, and P. These are the 3 partners. Okay, so these are called stakeholders to whom we need to pay the amount. આ એવા વ્યક્તિઓ છે જેને પૈસા ચૂકવવાના છે. ક્લિયર? તો એને લાઈનમાં ઊભા રાખી દીધા. આ જે લાઈનમાં ઊભા રાખ્યા છે ને, ઓકે, this sequence is the sequence in which they are payable. જે રીતે એમને પેમેન્ટ કરવાનું છે ને એ રીતે જ લાઈનમાં ઊભા રાખેલા છે. ક્લિયર? In the same sequence as they are payable. Clear? So first amount paid to the creditors. પહેલા આપણે creditors ને પેમેન્ટ કરીશું. Then after paid to the bank overdraft. પણ creditor ને bank overdraft એક જ જેવા કહેવાય, એટલે એમને જોડે જ પેમેન્ટ કરવાનું છે. Clear? If you are having enough amount, or if you don't have the enough amount, then we will paid in the proportion of their outstanding. એમનું જે outstanding હશે એ proportion માં આપણે ચૂકવીશું. Clear છે? So this is your structure. Okay, and let's start payment. હવે એને payment start કરીએ છીએ આપણે. So first of all, start with the balances. તો balances of creditors. Creditor નું કેટલું balance છે? પહેલું 30,000. તો 30,000 first. Then after bank overdraft નું કેટલું balance છે? 40,000. So 40,000. Then after P's loan is 34,000. So 34,000. Then after S, D, and P's capital. Okay, so we have already mentioned the capital here. These are the capital. આ તમારી ત્રણેયની capital છે. Here capital. So these are the balances as given in your balance sheet. Then after add general reserve. General reserve as 64,000 total. It is distributed among the partners in their profit sharing ratio. We have already distributed. So just put it here. Clear? And after this general reserve, your capital is 2,10,000 and like this 154 and 81. This is your um, capital after this. Okay, and nothing is given to the others. બીજાને કશું આમાંથી મળશે નહીં એટલે એનું કશું આવવાનું નથી. So this is your first criteria. Okay, opening balances we can say, and this balances will carried forward as it is. Nothing is paid to them. Okay, so here 0 0 0. Okay, nothing is given. So same amount 30,000, 40,000 and 34,000 is mentioned here. Okay, so this is your starting point. તમારું example શરૂ થઈ ગયું. Clear? Now we start payment. હવે payment start કરીએ છીએ. So first of all, if you
Hello,
are
sir.
having any, yes,
સર પહેલા સ્ટેટમેન્ટમાં ડી ની કેપિટલ 67,200 છે.
હા તો એમાં રિઝર્વ એડ કર્યું ને. ડી ની કેપિટલ ક્યાં છે? 60. પી ની નથી. એસ, અચ્છા મેં નામ ખોટું લખ્યું છે, પ્લીઝ. એસપીડી છે. ઓકે, sequence is okay. Here S P and D. Now it is okay.
યસ સર.
Here S P D. Yes, P is the second and D is the last. S P D. S P D. Okay, now it is complete. Okay. Now, if you are having any cash balance, so cash balance is 16,000. Bank to છે નહીં, તો cash balance સૌથી પહેલા શરૂ કરીશું. Cash balance. તમારી પાસે રોકડા આટલા પડ્યા છે. That is 16,000. 16,000 છે તમારી પાસે. Now add opening, sorry, not opening, add first installment. પહેલો installment કેટલા રૂપિયાનો છે? Let's see. First installment of 40,000 rupees on maturity, and one adjustment is also there, so that we will consider later on. But yes, so here 56,000 we are having total amount for distribution. 16,000 is the cash balance as available in your balance sheet, and 40,000 is the amount of first installment. Right? Now out of this, read the first adjustment here. On maturity date 15/2/2012 of bill receivable, they were declared by the bank. Other assets were realized as under 3 installment. See, we are having bills receivable, that is 10,000. Clear? And on maturity date 15/2/2012, the bills receivable, they were cleared by the bank. Means there is no any question of defaulting and all that. Clear? So we need not to put the reserve here on maturity date 15/2/2012. Generally what happened, if you are having bills receivable, then if it is discounted with the bank, then we need to put the reserve, right, out of this cash. But here there is no any bill discounted. Maturity date is given, that is 15/2/2012. Okay, અંદર 2/2012 જે છે એ 2,10,000 નું થર્ડ ઇન્સ્ટોલમેન્ટ મળેલે છે. એની અંદર આ બિલ્સ રિસીવેબલ નું રિયલાઇઝેશન થઈ જ ગયું છે એવું આપણે માની લઈશું. So we need not to put any reserve for it because we have not discounted the bill. And other assets were realized gradually as under in 3 installment. Okay, બીજી એસેટ ના તમને આ મળ્યા છે, મતલબ કે આ થર્ડ ઇન્સ્ટોલમેન્ટ ની અંદર 10,000 રૂપિયા બીઆર ના તમને મળશે, એમાં એડ કરી દેવાના છે. કટિંગ. ઓકે, બાકી બધી બિલ્ડિંગ, ફર્નિચર, સ્ટોક, ડેટર્સ, આ બધા પાસેથી જે રકમ મળે છે એ 3 ઇન્સ્ટોલમેન્ટમાં મળે છે. અપાર્ટ ફ્રોમ ધીસ થર્ડ ઇન્સ્ટોલમેન્ટ વખતે આ તારીખ તમને દેખાય છે 15/2/2012 and 15/2/2012. So in this installment we are further getting 10,000 rupees of this BR, right? So the last installment of 2,20,000, correct? Okay. Now there is no other formalities, and we are having this 56,000 rupees, and this 56,000 paid to whom? So obviously paid to the outsiders first, and outsiders are two: creditors and bank overdraft, right? But total amount is payable 70,000, and both are unsecured, right? But we are having 56,000 only. આપણે ચૂકવવાના 70,000 છે પણ પડ્યા છે 56,000 છે. So in that case, to whom the amount is paid first? Mind well, in this case, creditors and bank overdraft are paid in proportion of their total amount of outstanding. That is 30,000 and 40,000. That is 3:4. A 3:4 માં distribute થશે. So less creditors and BOD. Okay, creditors and a bank overdraft na payment કરીએ છે. Total 56,000. Okay, in proportion of 3:4. So let's distribute in 3:4 proportion. We can say 3/4 માં વહેંચો.
24,000.
તો 24,000 and
32,000 આવે સર.
એક વાર ફરી કેલ્ક્યુલેટ કરો.
સર પહેલામાં 24,000 અને બીજામાં 32,000.
બરાબર. ઓકે, એ થોડી મિસ કરી. 3/4 છે, 4/3 નથી બેટા. ગેટિંગ?
ઓકે સર.
હા. સો થાય મિસ્ટેક, કામ કરે એનાથી મિસ્ટેક થાય અને મિસ્ટેક થી જ સુધરે. ડોન્ટ વરી અબાઉટ ઇટ. ક્લિયર? સો here it is the distribution, and remaining will get nothing. બાકી બધાને કશું મળતું નથી, zero. Clear? So after this installment, what happened? This amount has become zero. Here out of 30, 24 is paid, then remaining is 6,000. Out of 40, 32 is paid, then remaining is 8,000. And remaining all as it is 34 to like 10,000, 1,54,000 and 80,000. Okay, they will get nothing. First installment is complete. Fellow installment puro thing. Now go for the second installment. Second installment. Second installment of rupees 1,12,000. બીજો installment 1,12,000 રૂપિયાનો છે. So 1,12,000. So out of this 1,12,000, first we paid 6,000 and 8,000 to bank overdraft and creditors. And then after we paid to the Peace loan, and we are having enough amount. આપણી પાસે પૂરતી રકમ છે. So first less creditors. ચાલો creditors ને પેમેન્ટ કરી દઈએ. Okay, that is 6,000. 6,000. Okay, then after bank overdraft, BOD, that is 8,000. 8,000 bank overdraft ne api diye. Okay, and still we have enough amount. So Peace loan ને પણ પેમેન્ટ કરી દઈએ. That is 34,000. 34,000 રૂપિયા. ધ્યાનથી પેમેન્ટ કરવાનું, પૈસા હોવા જોઈએ. 34,000 રૂપિયા. અત્યારે તમારી પાસે પૂરતા રૂપિયા છે, ઇનફ અમાઉન્ટ છે. ક્લિયર? તો આમને આટલું પેમેન્ટ કર્યા પછી what is the balance? કેટલા વધે છે તમારી પાસે?
64,000.
Okay, this minus this minus this minus this, and you are having 64,000. હજી 64,000 પડ્યા છે. અને એ 64,000 માંથી આપણે કેપિટલ સરપ્લસ પેમેન્ટ કરવાનું. And capital surplus at the first stage we calculate this 44. કેટલું છે? 44. 44,000 પડ્યા છે. ઓકે, આપણી જોડે 64,000 પડ્યા છે. કેટલા પડ્યા? 64,000. કેપિટલ સરપ્લસ 44 છે. તો આ બધું કરવાની જરૂર જ નથી. આની કોઈ રિક્વાયરમેન્ટ નથી કે પહેલા આને 12 આપો ને પછી 18 આપો ને પછી 14 આપો. ઓછી રકમ હોય તો આ બધું વિચારવાનું થાય. ઇફ યુ આર હેવિંગ ઇનફ અમાઉન્ટ then do not worry about it. પૂરતી રકમ હોય તો કોઈ ચિંતા કરવાની જરૂર છે જ નહીં. Clear? We are having enough amount. 64,000 balance we have. Out of this 64,000, we can pay the total capital surplus. Okay. So less capital surplus, total 44,000. 44,000 कुल. Okay. ये 44,000 माथी. Okay. As we have decided here, 30 for first and 14 for second. Okay, to the partner. So 30 to the first partner and 14 to the second partner. And third will get nothing. ત્રીજાને હાલ કશું નથી આપતા. After this amount, what the amount you have? આના પછી તમારી પાસે કેટલા વધે છે? Still we are having 20,000. હજી તમારી પાસે 20,000 પડ્યા છે. Okay. Do you have any confusion up to this? This payment is clear? Okay. So after this payment, what is the final situation? Okay. After this payment, your situation is like this. Your creditor has become 0. Your bank overdraft has become 0. Your fees loan has become 0. And this has become 210 minus 30 is how much? 180. 180. Then after 140, I think. And then after 80,000. Correct? And we have paid the capital surplus. Capital surplus આપણું payment થઈ ગયું છે. And after make the payment to the capital surplus, your capital must be in profit sharing ratio. તમારું capital profit sharing ratio માં આઈ જ જવું જોઈએ. Clear? So let's see, let's check here. This is in profit sharing ratio. 80,000, 1,80,000, 1,40,000 and 80,000. શું એ નફા નુકસાનના પ્રમાણમાં છે? Profit sharing ratio માં છે. Your profit sharing ratio is 9:7:4. શું તે 9:7:4 માં છે? પ્રમાણ કરતા તો આવડે ને બધાને?
Yes, sir.
ઓકે, 9, 7 અને 4 ના પ્રમાણમાં છે. ક્લિયર? અને જો એ પ્રમાણમાં આવી જાય તો સમજી લેવાનું આપણે કરેક્ટ વે પર છીએ. આપણે અત્યાર સુધી એક્ઝામ્પલ કમ્પ્લીટ કેલ્ક્યુલેટ કરેલું છે. જો ના આવે તો ક્વેશ્ચન માર્ક છે. It may be a mistake. Okay. So up to this, if you are having any question, you can ask me. If no, then we will go ahead. આટલે સુધીમાં કોઈ પ્રશ્ન હોય તો પૂછો, ના હોય તો આગળ વધીએ. Anybody? Okay. No question. No question. Now, this 20,000 will distributed among the partners in their profit sharing ratio. Okay, so less capital in 9:7:4. 9:7:4 માં વેચી 20,000 ને 20,000. Okay, so let's see. Here nothing is there.
9,000.
Okay, first is 9,000. Second, 7,000, obviously. Third, 4,000. Then, and after that, this amount has become 0. Here 1,71,000. Here 1,33,000. And here 76,000. Okay. So up to this, I think you are clear. આટલે સુધી બરાબર ખબર પડી છે. Okay. Now we go for third installment. ત્રીજો ઇન્સ્ટોલમેન્ટ કેટલો છે? ત્રીજો ઇન્સ્ટોલમેન્ટ તમારો આમ તો 210 છે, પણ 10,000 રૂપિયા એક બીજા બી બિલ્સ રિસીવેબલ ના બી મળે છે તમને, એટલે 220. ઓકે, આઈ મેન્શન હિયર 2,10,000 plus 10,000 for BR. So total 2,20,000. And now this 2,20,000 is distributed among the partner in their profit sharing ratio. So less capital 2,20,000. Okay, in the same ratio 9:3:7:4. So let's distribute.
99,000.
Okay, first માં આવે છે 99,000. Everybody check it out. 99,000. Then
77,000.
77,000. Next
44,000.
44,000. Okay. And now minus it. Let's go minus करेंगे अब तो 0 this minus this has become 0, and here it is. Okay, what happened? I think it is wrong. Absolutely wrong. Here it is minus
72,000.
Yes, 72,000 and 56,000 and 32,000. Correct? What is your answer? 72,000, 56,000 and 32,000. Done? So this is, if your answer is plus, then it is called realization loss. Or if it is in minus, then it is called realization gain. So it is realization loss. Okay. છેલ્લે દરેક પાર્ટનર at the end of the firm, all partners will get the loss of this આટલી રકમ. અને તમારું રિયલાઇઝેશન અકાઉન્ટ તમે બનાવતા હતા ને પાર્ટનરશિપ ડિઝોલ્યુશન ની અંદર, એની અંદર આ જ જવાબ આવે, આ જ આન્સર આવે. ક્લિયર? સો ધીસ ઇઝ અ પાર્ટ ઓફ ડિઝોલ્યુશન. આ ડિઝોલ્યુશનનો જ પાર્ટ છે. ઓકે, ધીસ ઇઝ યોર ફાઇનલ આન્સર. If you are having any question, ask me. कोई प्रश्न करो? Okay. नानू कर दिए. Your final shape is like this. Okay. Your example is looking like this. Okay, this is your answer. So if anybody having any question, tell me, right? If not, then we will close here. We will complete here. અહીંયા આપણે પૂરું કરીએ છીએ. Okay. You can calculate this example by maximum loss method. आज example ने તમે maximum loss method થી ગણવા માંગતા હોય તો બી ગણી શકાય, and that will gives you a same answer. એ તમને same answer આપશે. Okay. Right, but only one difference is there. If you calculate this example by maximum loss method, then you need not to prepare this statement. This is just a working note. તમારે આ બનાવવાની જરૂર રહેતી નથી. આ જ એક માત્ર ફરક છે. બાકી તો એક્ઝામ્પલ જેમ ગણતા હોય એમ જ ગણવાનું છે. It's a very simple thing. Clear? So I hope you don't have any confusion, and if you have any confusion, tell me. We are having 5 minutes. 5 મિનિટ આપું છું. કોઈ ક્વેશ્ચન હોય તો પૂછી કાઢો, ના હોય તો આપણે આટલું પૂરું કરીએ છીએ. નેક્સ્ટ લેક્ચરની અંદર આપણે આ જ એક્ઝામ્પલને મેક્સિમમ લોસ મેથડથી ગણીશું. ક્લિયર? તમે ટ્રાય કરજો. ક્લિયર? અને પછી મેચ કરજો કે વેધર યુ આર કરેક્ટ ઓર નોટ. તમારું આન્સર સાચો પડે છે કે નહીં. ડન?